Let's meet the starting lineup for the visiting Brooklyn Nets.
Hello, everyone. Get ready for NBA action live on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. You can feel the energy here in the BMO Harris Bradley Center. The Bucks looking to please their fans in this Eastern Conference matchup. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. Setting the floor for the Nets. Russell and LeVert in the backcourt. Allen is out there with Hollis Jefferson. And it's Harris in at the 3. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Brogdon.
You know, Kevin, when you watch Giannis, it's impossible to not see how much he impacts the game. I mean, you can never feel comfortable as an opposing team when Giannis is in action at either end of the floor. Offensively, he's a problem, and defensively, he's a nightmare.
Here's Brogdon following the three-pointer by Brooklyn. Here's Lopez. Hollis Jefferson with the rebound. And here are the Nets. Outside, Russell. Allen with the screen for Russell. Passes it to Hollis Jefferson. Russell against Bledsoe. Releases. 5 to shoot. There's Hollis Jefferson. And Harris wide open. He shoots. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Really, it's a thing of beauty to watch Hollis Jefferson move the ball like that. I mean, he's a team-oriented guy who looks to make the pass as much as possible.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. Allen with the rebound. And the stats for Giannis are equally impressive with how many categories in the box score he can fill up. What is scary, Clark, is that he's just scratching the surface.
He's such a young guy. You forget about it because his game has a maturity to it, even though you see a rawness to it as well. I mean, this guy has a tremendous upside. I think he's a player that could be one of the most unique players we've ever had in the league.
Now, here's Bledsoe. Lopez sets a screen for Brogdon. Kicks it down to Middleton. He dishes it to Antetokounmpo. Looking to end the run. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
And Antetokounmpo demonstrating his in-between game, that mid-range game. Looks very self-assured when he gets the ball in that area of the court.
Here's LeVert. He has 6. Stolen by Brogdon. 1:43 left in the first quarter of the game. In transition, here come the Nets. A nice shot by LeVert. LeVert's got 8 points.
And LeVert knows exactly where to go in transition. Incredibly quick in the open floor.
And that replay brought to us by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. One of the more exciting plays in basketball. Now here's Bledsoe. Here's Antetokounmpo. They get the rebound. Lopez. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. The Bucks shooting their first free throws of the game.
And their success rate on the season is right around 77%.
And he knocks down the first one.
And one of the things I love about Chris Middleton is his decision-making. You know, he doesn't force shots or passes when he has the ball and just lets the play develop. And that's why coaches trust him so much.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Wilson, he's checked in for Lopez. Mirotic comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Tony Snell's checked in for Malcolm Brogdon. And it's Hill in for Eric Bledsoe. Now, here is Russell. 6 on the shot clock. Crab from long range. Rebounded by Snell. And with Middleton in his decision-making, it's true for both his scoring and his passing.
For the amount he facilitates, he has great efficiency. Low turnovers, solid field goal percentage, and his passing gets better every year.
Now Russell, after Chris Middleton missed from long range, gets tipped, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession.
So close to getting the steal there, but the deflection equally as effective.
Yeah, refusing to give up anything easy. Solid defense, and I like that attitude.
Ilyasova, he's checked in for the Bucks. And the Nets making a change here as well. Damari Carroll's checked in for Hollis Jefferson. Bucks trail by 7. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds.
Nets foul call.
The Bucks have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. The first free throw is good.
Tony Snell. 2 shots.
And so he makes both from the line. Brooklyn leading by 5. Outside, Russell. Pass to Harris. Back to Russell. And it's Carroll in the corner. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Carroll's got his first 3 points of the game.
Bit of an oversized playmaking guard allows Russell to see over and around defenders. Great look there.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. We'll return shortly. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And let's get your take, guys, on the... Brooklyn's gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game.
And, you know, last season the Bucks showing their resilience as a team quite nicely. Looked to be falling out of the picture in early February, but then came on strong to snag a playoff spot in the East.
Hill is out there with Tony Snell. Then there's Mirotic. Then it's Ilyasova. And it's Wilson in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Russell passes to Carroll. Back to Russell. Over Hill. And that one's good. Russell. Russell's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for the Nets. You know, the Bucks really did look dead in the water for a bit before the All-Star break. Lost Jabari Parker, being 8 games under 500. But boy, the month of March, 14-4, they really rallied.
Yeah, they found themselves in a big way. And despite losing Parker, they got some players back at the same time. And it wasn't a big change in the team. They just bared down against the challenge and adversity. A lot of close wins, and the team really started to gain confidence by virtue of winning those close games.
Well, after spending most of his career as a player who only got spot starts, Clark, Tony Snell was thrust into the starting lineup after being traded to the Bucks. He did as well as you could have hoped, given his track record.
Well, I tell you what, he really improved his efficiency, Kevin, and he gives you a little bit of everything on the wing. He can make shots, he can drive it, he can defend. I thought he did a really nice job blending into the team and providing them with what they needed. I don't know if he's a long-term solution in any team starting 5, but boy, he certainly warrants and merits consideration because of his versatility.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another beforehand.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Brook Lopez is checked in for Wilson. Out Antetokounmpo comes in for Mirotic. Malcolm Brogdon's checked in for Tony Snell. And it's Eric Bledsoe in for George Hill. LeVert's checked in for Brooklyn.
Substitution on the court.
Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Lopez a screen. Ilyasova, no one around him. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist.
This is the kind of player Ilyasova is. I mean, as soon as he has the ball in his hands, he's thinking about letting the shot go.
Russell with it. Here's LeVert. Back to Russell. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Ilyasova. Off the left rim and out.
You just make the assumption that's going down. I mean, an uncontested mid-range jumper, I think he should have buried it, but you know what? He didn't. It happened.
Clark, when you were playing, what was your game day routine like?
Well, it was simple. I didn't complicate things, Kevin. I tried to get a good meal, was just beginning to learn how to eat properly and best for my body. And then I would always try to get an hour to 2 hour pregame nap. That goes all the way back to high school. I enjoyed just getting off my feet. Sometimes I would fall asleep completely. Other times I would just kind of drift into a light sleep. But just having that routine of resting before games was part of how I got ready to try to serve the other guys up.
And just enough wiggle room to get off his shot.
Yeah, I like the quick release, Greg. He does a nice job getting it up quickly, especially when he's facing a bigger defender.
Bledsoe against Russell. Harris outside. The shot hits the front of the rim and out. Bucks trail by 4. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That's on D'Angelo Russell.
Oh, I tell you what, the long arms of Antetokounmpo are really incredibly lethal in the paint. Sometimes the defense really has no choice but to foul him and then hope he misses.
The Bucks making a switch here. Middleton's checked in. Carroll with a screen on Bledsoe. Russell with it. Eric Bledsoe covering. Plenty of daylight on that shot. LeVert's got 11 points.
LeVert showing you can rise up from deep. A quality shooter when given room to fire.
Brogdon kicks to Bledsoe. Lets the 3 fly. Here's Antetokounmpo. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Yeah, nice, strong finish there. Nearly a 3-point opportunity.
Full throttle, pedal to the metal, attacking basketball. I like that.
Both free throws good from Antetokounmpo. Clark, what is amazing about how Giannis plays is how much ground he can cover. It's like he shrinks the floor with how long and tall he is, and his stride when going end to end or just attacking the basket.
Agreed. And how about this? I mean, he's Euro stepping at 7 feet tall. I mean, that's like a dance move, and this guy's doing it with ease. His size and movement and grace looks like at times he's on another planet playing against the best players in the world. The Greek Freak has set a standard on what it means to have elite athleticism in the NBA that very few can match.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Screen by Monroe. Now the pass to LeVert. Outside Russell. Over Hill. And no good trying to get that one. And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime
It is a
Show.
good game we have here after one half of play. Welcome, everybody, to the halftime. It's Brooklyn out in front at the half. They lead by 5. Kenny, some perspective, please.
Well, the three-point shooting was the key thus far. When you're knocking down those shots from the perimeter, it really spreads the floor. You demand respect from the defense. We'll see if they can keep it flowing in the second half.
And you, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Bucks.
Well, I thought the one bright spot was the effort on the glass. Several times when momentum was sliding, getting a timely rebound really lifted them. Strong work on the glass is key because that's how you string together a series of big stops.
And we're just about ready for the start of the third quarter. Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll see you.
Welcome back to Milwaukee, Wisconsin. The buildings of downtown reflecting off the gentle waters of beautiful Lake Michigan. Nets leading by 5. It's been a coaching carousel in Brooklyn in recent years, Clark. Your thoughts on Coach Kenny Atkinson, who came from Atlanta, and what he's done there, and what about his staff?
Well, you know, brave souls, and I think Kenny Atkinson has the right approach. Time will tell what kind of coach he becomes, but I like what I've seen from him. He confessed that people he respected told him he'd be insane to take the job, but nothing ventured, nothing gained, and he stepped into it. The Nets have to return the faith he showed and give him time to build this team.
So for Brooklyn now, Russell and LeVert in the backcourt. Jamari Carroll is out there with Harris, and it's Monroe in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's the screen. Russell kicks to Harris. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Russell's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Brogdon the pass to Lopez. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
He is so tough to deal with inside. Lopez just too big and too skilled.
Russell dishes to Monroe. Here's LeVert. And the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
Tony Snell's checked in for Brogdon. Napier, he's checked in for the Nets. And you look at Karis LeVert, 6'7", about 200 pounds. Clark, what's his best position?
I think he's just a player. Combo guard is probably what you would categorize him as. He can handle it, he can pass. He's slim. I think he can play some small forward too. I mean, this is a guy that I think could be comfortable at 1, 2, or 3 as he continues to develop.
Ilyasova, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. Brooklyn leading by 5. Carroll kicks to Harris. Now the feed to Napier. Pass to Carroll. The dish to Napier. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Aren't there a lot of great rim protectors right now in the NBA?
Yeah, there sure are, and there are a couple, though, that stand out to me. Gobert and Whiteside. I mean, they are just like octopuses in their ability to hover around that rim and challenge and change and block shots. Those 2 guys really stand out to me. I also think you've got to consider DeAndre Jordan, too. With his athleticism, he's become better as a rim protector in his last few years.
Right. Kicks it to Monroe. Good, and it's Napier with the assist that time. And the Nets lead by 6.
Real good patience inside from Monroe, seeing an opportunity to score inside and just taking advantage of it.
And Jamari Carroll is going to pick up a foul. That's his first foul. And the Bucks with some changes. Wilson, he's checked in for Lopez. Mirotic comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. And George Hill's subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. Hill passes to Mirotic. 6 to shoot. Shoots over Carroll. Mirotic's shot is off. Brooklyn leading by 6. 50 seconds left to play in the third. On the wing, Harris feeds it to Carroll. Releases. Offensive rebound, Nets. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. It's going to go on Nikola Mirotic. The Nets shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And 75% on the season as a unit from the free throw line.
You know, their percentages dropped off just a little bit compared to last year, guys, but it's not a huge drop-off, so no major concern.
Malcolm Brogdon's checked in for the Bucks. Monroe on the double team. Outside Hill. And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges. And this is where you milk the clock.
Yeah, that's the intelligent play here, Greg, no doubt. No reason to chuck up some garbage shot.
Napier dishes to Monroe. Unloads from 13. Wilson grabs the board. It's Brogdon on the wing. Shoots over Carroll. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. A good size advantage, and they'll look to increase it. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. Let's listen in on what Mike Budenholzer had to say to his team in the huddle.
Keep driving it. Get to the free throw line.
3 quarters in the books, folks. Glad to have you with us. Welcome back as we get going. Bucks trail by 8. by Chris Middleton. Hill is out there with Malcolm Brogdon. Then there's Miritich, and it's Wilson in at the center position. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Hill. Russell against Hill. Russell with the bucket. Russell's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Nets. The Bucks shooting at 50% in a decent group. Hill kicks to Middleton. Miritich the screen. It's back to Hill. Middleton outside. Just 5 to shoot. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And what I like about Chris Middleton is that he is just a complete player, Clark. Can play on or off the ball on offense, as well as get his points both off a catch and shoot or putting it on the hardwood. Also a strong defender.
Yeah, he's one of those understated, effective, outstanding two-way players in the league, and probably should get more credit as such. He challenges shots, he can defend multiple positions, and he plays a little bigger than he is because he's got that great wingspan.
His three-pointers off the mark. Nets leading by 9. To the inside. Out to Russell. The Nets working the ball around now. Passes it to Hollis Jefferson. Here's LeVert. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Misses the 3.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And that one's good, Brogdon. Here's LeVert. Outside Russell. Ball's knocked loose. Hollis Jefferson. And it's sent back by Lopez.
Lopez showing off the length there to get to that shot.
On to Tacumbo. Kicks to Lopez. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
He hits one and misses one, each at the line.
Nice looking set shot for Lopez. He can stretch the floor just about to the three-point line.
Russell passes to Harris. Russell with it. Now guarded by Antetokounmpo. Russell dishes to Harris. And again, it's the Nets missing.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Chris Middleton. That's his first foul. Nets leading by 6. Now Russell. Harris outside. Allen inside. Lopez covering. Allen kicks to Harris. Lopez with the steal. And here we go. Here's Brogdon. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Brogdon's got 4 points in the quarter.
How about the court vision of Middleton? Just so good at finding the open man.
1:03 left to play here in the fourth. Russell kicks to Allen. Bledsoe against Russell. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Allen. Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Exactly. Can't play it any better than that, Greg.
And now we've got the intentional foul. Here's LeVert, and so they choose to intentionally foul. It's the first, and that puts them up by 5.
And LeVert, the Ohio native, has a ton of potential, folks. A tall, lanky shooting guard with really good playmaking ability. Good work at the line to stretch that lead out a little bit.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. They're trailing by 6. 36 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And with this game closing in on the final buzzer, let's take a look at our Jordan player of the game.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. And that has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
.36 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Middleton. Nails it! And now they trail by just 4.
You can really see Middleton now starting to emerge as a leader for this team. Whenever they're looking for an important basket, he provides it.
So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game. Timeout called, the Bucks. They're down by 6. 29 seconds left in the fourth. Seconds left to play here in the fourth. Brogdon kicks to Lopez. It's good! And now they trail by just 4.
Big fella Brook Lopez coming up with a gigantic fourth quarter score.
And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
And he is unable to get the second one.
Clock's ticking. They got to get up a shot.
No time to waste at all. Got to let it go fast.
Here's Hollis Jefferson. And so they foul intentionally. Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6.
Boy, he's like mortar when you look at Rondé Hollis Jefferson. He's a guy that holds things together, plays with great energy and effort, and that's contagious and also beneficial for a team.
So it's the Nets picking up the win. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
And thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Clark Kellogg.